Hey guys, this is Athletes and Antiquities. In today's video, we're going to be talking about collection goals for the upcoming year. So this is just a quick video that I wanted to just share my collection goals, kind of the idea of setting goals in general. And also I want to ask you guys, what are your goals for the 2023 year? Do you guys have any specific collecting goals, things you want to obtain, things you want to sell, whatever it may be? I'd love to hear it. So first, about just goals in general, one thing that I've noticed is people tend to overestimate what they can complete in a short amount of time, and they underestimate what they can complete in a long amount of time. So people might get over ambitious and try and complete a very lofty goal in a very short amount of time, and when it doesn't work out, they get discouraged and they give up. But in actuality, if they just set that same goal for a longer time frame, that goal that all of a sudden seemed impossible can be much more manageable. So I have this long-term goal of getting every single holo from the EX era in PSA 8 or higher. So currently, I don't know what number I'm at, but I'm going to show off just what I have so far. So I have a very short stack of EXs. EXs are not my priority. My priority is regular holos, but EXs I pick up when they fall in my lap, or if they're a favorite, like the Walrein and Lugia. But this, the Wailord and Lugia, not the Walrein. The Walrein, the Mag Cargo from Dragon, the two Ruby and Sapphire ones, these kind of just fell into my lap because I got good deals on them. This one I got raw and I graded it. But these just opportunities presented themselves, so these were not my priority. My priority are definitely the holos. But currently, I would estimate, what do I have, maybe 30 here. I'll go through them, then I'll talk about what my goal is. So here's some Fireleaf Green. These are sort of in order, but not really. Love this Pidgeot holo. So you see all these are in 8s. There's a few 9s here, a few 8.5s for like CGC and stuff. I have that one CGC 9 back there, but pretty much everything else is an 8 because my rule, I'll show you with what's a good 8, this Pidgeot. My rule for what I'm collecting, why I picked 8, is because my rule is I want a card to look flawless from an arm's length. So where you can see this card right now on screen, this card looks very good. There's not much with the holo pattern. There's one little scratch if you hit the light the right way, like if you can see it right there. But this holo pattern is beautiful. The card is well centered. And even on the back, at arm's length, there's not too much you can see. There's that one white dot. You only see the damage when you really zoom in. When you really zoom in, you can see that holo scratch much better. I'm trying to get it to bounce off the light. You can see those white dots much better. But no one's really inspecting my cards. At an arm's length, I want my cards to be presentable. That's why I picked 8 as a good number for condition. So I'm just gonna kind of go through a little bit what I have so far. And so my lofty goal, and I'm doing Pop Series too, my lofty goal of every single holo from the EX era, that's an obtainable goal, but it's a long-term goal. I don't plan on completing that in the year 2023. This is all from probably 2 years worth of collecting, but it was less serious collecting because I didn't have a job then. I was still in college when I was really picking these up at a PSA 8 grade. I was picking up raw copies for 10 years. But a lot of the raw copies I picked up were not very good condition, so unfortunately those can't really be used in this. I have whole stacks and stacks of EX era holos just in raw, but they're not PSA 8 or higher worthy. So, yeah, so out of the ones that I already have in good condition, this is another awesome one. I have maybe 30 so far, and I believe I had the number at one point. There's 16 EX era sets, and there's probably 10 holos around there per set, so there's about 160. So I'm maybe a quarter of the way at the very most. That's not including all the unseen forces unknowns, because there's 26 of them. So I'm a fifth, let's say. And my goal is to get 2/5 more. So that would be roughly 50 or so EX PSA 8s for next year. So with 50, that's a lot. That's a high number. 50 is a very high number. 50 would be about one a week. one a week, I will try and pick up a new EX Era holo, but I will break that rule for expensive cards. So some holos, most of these holos in PSA 8, like this one here from Hidden Legends, I got it for like 20 bucks, maybe 25, maybe 30. This one was a little more expensive. This one was like 45 because it's a more desirable card. But there's some very expensive holos in this long time frame. Some Delta Species, really expensive holos like Umbreon, Espeon. There's some very low pop PSA 10 cards, which makes the PSA 8s much more expensive. There's a lot of cards that are well over $100. So when I say I want to pick up around 50, that's if I was to pick up all like normally priced cards. If I'm getting a more expensive holo, like there's some Charizards I haven't picked up, like this one I have in a 5, but that's just because it was a childhood card. But if there's a very expensive one that's, let's say it's $200, I'll count that as a few weeks worth of cards. So the 50 cards is a very loose goal. I just want to be, that's about the value I plan on putting into this goal. So that's my goal. It's a very quick video, I just want to show it off. But what are your goals for 2023? Do you have any specific collection goals? Do you have any investing goals if you're into investing? Are there certain products you want to open? Certain things maybe you already have that you want to sell because you don't really value them as much anymore? I'd love to hear what your guys' plans are for the upcoming year. And of course, if there's any video ideas you'd like to see, let me know in the comments. Thanks, bye.